Hello, Mr. Glenn.
Hi, Manny. It's great to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you as well. And congrats on Over the Moon. It's quite magical and reduced me to tears of joy because it's all about love and I love love.
Thank you.
Oh, you are so welcome. So, Mr. Glenn, take us from the very beginning. What got you interested as one of the directors of Over the Moon?
Well, I was giving a talk in Annecy, France at the animation festival there, sharing everything that I believed is important in animation, which the talk was called Thinking Like a Child. It's hanging on to that childlike faith, the ability to see what others don't see. I love characters that believe the impossible is possible. And in the audience was Palin Chow, the head of the Pearl Studios at the time, and Melissa Cobb, who was going to become the head of Netflix animation. And they had this wonderful script in their hand from Audrey Wells that had a character that was everything, the embodiment of believing the impossible is possible in this 12-year-old girl, Fei Fei, that was going to build a rocket. I mean, insane as it is, she was going to build a rocket to the moon to meet a goddess on the dark side of the moon. I just fell in love with this character. How could I not do this?
It is like a mixture of old school with new school, right? I mean, there's the old school story of the moon goddess and the new school way of Fei Fei and her fierceness and her determination, right?
It is very much so. I went to China along with my two producers, Palin Chow and Jenny Rim, both Asians, and met our Asian team there. We were gifted with a great surrounding group of talent, all Asian, to tell the story back to the world. But I will never forget the feeling of being there in China, the food, sitting at a round table with the family there, the 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 light and the color and the taste and the senses. These are the things that I wanted to communicate. The technology, riding on the magnetic levitation train at 431 kilometers an hour. I could not wait to share this culture with the world.
I love how you mentioned round because what I noticed, and you did capture all those, by the way, that you told me. And what I noticed as well is that there's an awful lot of circles in the film. I mean, it's scattered all throughout. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was I correct?
No, you are correct. I made this movie around a round table in my office. It was my family's table when my parents passed away. I thought someday I'm going to make a movie around this table, and that's exactly what we did.
Oh, and at its heart, though, love never dies. Do you believe in that, Mr. Glenn?
Oh, I certainly do. I mean, this movie is happening at a time where we need this message more than any other. And at a certain point, Fei Fei says, I just wish things could go back the way they were. And don't we all wish that? Everybody in the world would say that right now, but we don't live our lives backwards. You don't go back. You move forward. And Fei Fei has to move forward through what what's called the Chamber of Exquisite Sadness. And it's exquisite because through that becomes the possibility of joy and love. That's what she ends up gaining at the end. And I hope everybody who watches this film gains the same thing.
That is one of the reasons I bawled my eyes out. That chamber of exquisite sadness. I was like, ah, I just so thank you so much again, and also congrats on Over the Moon as well, and as well as your great work with the late great Kobe Bryant that had a resurgence earlier this year at Dear Basketball. You are amazing, Mr. Glenn,
Thank you very much, Manny.
and quite childlike as well.
Yeah, you know what it is to be a child at heart. That's awesome.
Oh, yes, and keep that. Bye for now.
Bye bye.